Uh-oh. Installing failed, possibly due to a hardware error. Could not install. Okay. Yep, that's me. But you probably know exactly how I got into this situation. But for those who don't, let's go back to the beginning when all of this started. This is me, scrolling through YouTube comments, seeing all of the I use Arch, by the way, and actually comments when I discovered something fairly cursed. It was something I honestly couldn't believe hadn't been sued into oblivion and turned into lost media. Oh, well, anyway, it was Ubuntu. At first, just from hearing the name, I thought this was some anime furry cat girl reskin of Ubuntu, but that's, something else entirely. Moving on from that abomination, this abomination is something way better. It's a freaking Windows clone, so you know that I had to try it. But after hearing that there's a Windows clone, I obviously needed a Mac OS clone because why the hell not? So I did some research and I found an OS that perfectly captures the feeling of that sweet, sweet Apple operating system, Elementary OS. Oh yeah, we're definitely installing this one too. So that's exactly what I did. Okay, so here we are on WinXOS.org, and I guess they either call it Winx or Ubuntu, I don't really know, but it says it's a Windows theme over Linux by Linux FX. Experience the security and power of Linux with the familiar interface of Windows. No special hardware requirements, no learning curve. How convenient. 300,000 plus total download. Was this really that popular? Universal compatibility. Wait, run on any hardware from old computers to modern machines. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Power tools is $19.99? I thought Linux was supposed to be free. Arrest them, do it now. I'm going free because I'm a cheap bastard. We get Windows 10/11 theme, Wine integration, Android, community support, regular updates? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it goes. I guess we're downloading for free. Oh God, where's it taking us? SourceForge? Okay, I guess our download will start shortly. There it goes. That doesn't make me feel uneasy at all. We are going to move on to Elementary OS, and already this website looks so much better. So this one is going to be our Mac OS clone, the thoughtful, capable, and ethical replacement for Windows and Mac OS. Wow, okay, they're really coming at everybody then. Pay what you can, 10, 20, 30. Nothing. Brings a secure session that ensures apps respect your privacy and require your consent. How Apple of them. Oh wow, they even have App Center. Get work done or play. So what you're meaning to say is have a computer. Oh wow, you can set screen time and limits for the iPad kids who don't know how to go outside and touch grass. Tattletale. Uh-oh, what's that? When an app is using your microphone, we display an indicator to let you know. So you'll let me know if the NSA is spying on me or if the CCP is. Download Elementary OS. So now that I've collected my ISOs like Pokemon, it was actually time to make them installable. I'm going to use Ventoy, and I need to download it because I am a troglodyte. So I'm going to install Ventoy 1.1.07-windows.zip. Oh God, not SourceForge again. I don't know how to use this. Ventoy to disk, 32 gig PNY USB 3.2.1 FD. Let's go, baby. Install, update. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. How to use Ventoy. And I'm installing it into the USB drive. Okay, I was confused. Ventoy has been successfully installed on the device. Okay, all I need to do is go here and drag these in. So I have finally finished moving these ISOs over to my Ventoy drive, but before we install any of these cursed operating systems, I need to talk to you about today's sponsor, Brilliant. You're a coder, you just might not know it yet. Brilliant transforms you into someone who actually understands what your code is doing and why. What I love about Brilliant's programming courses is that you're actively solving problems and writing real code, not just watching tutorials. Their CS and programming courses build a strong foundation with a focus on structuring logic, ensuring correctness, and efficiency. Whether you're a student or a vibe coder with little to no experience, Brilliant gives you the knowledge to build confidently. You learn through hands-on problems in courses like Thinking in Python and Algorithmic Thinking that guide you to those aha moments. You're not memorizing syntax, you're developing real problem-solving skills. To learn for free, go to brilliant.org/ID10T-error or scan the QR code on screen. Viewers are also getting an extra 20% off of an annual premium subscription with unlimited access to everything. That's brilliant.org/ID10T-error. Now back to the video. So it turns out that there was a secure boot option in Ventoy. I unchecked that, so now let's see what we get. Windows logo, okay, that's good so far. Survey says Ventoy, or nothing at all. What the hell? Still no Ventoy. Okay, we try again. Third time's gotta be the charm, right? Oh, we actually got it. So all that I did was change it from MBR to GPT partitioning. So first one we're gonna do is our disgusting Linux. Boot in normal mode? Sure. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. I want the full Windows theme over Linux, baby. Oh, little loading guy. We have little loading guy. We have baby mouse. Look at little baby mouse. Oh, never mind. We don't get to, oh, it actually has a Windows logo. Oh, whoa. Look at this. Okay, so I just plugged in my capture card so that I can capture this better for you guys. It actually has the like Windows screen extension thing. Oh my God, this looks just like Windows. I can see the Linux bones, but it's very Windows. Okay, so I had to restart OBS for you guys to see this, but look at this. We have the Windows icon down here. They got all the freaking widget icons. Hold on, I want to look at the system settings. Dang, this looks good. Okay, but I want to see in here if we can turn up the global scale. Let's do 200, okay? That did nothing. What about 300? Okay, that also did nothing. So it would seem that I cannot bump the scaling. That is fantastic. But we actually have Windows native apps like Microsoft Edge. I actually want to see what this looks like. This is literally just Windows. How did they actually get this to production and not get it shot down into oblivion? No, I'm not agreeing to any of this. Let me out. I don't want to use any of this Microsoft Edge bullcrap. They even got the little flyouts and everything. Let's get into the installer because this is actually crazy. You can tell that this part is very obviously not Windows. But to anybody who is a Windows user and they are tired of it and want to go to Linux, this has to be the option. I mean, it is taking a while for the installer to go through, so maybe it's not a great distro to use. The system is not plugged into a power source. I don't care. Next. Yep, that's close enough. Default is English. That's good enough for me. Okay, let's install alongside on the main drive. Select the partition to shrink and then drag the bottom bar to resize. Okay, that's good enough for me. My full name is Bongus, not B-Bongus. I am just Bongus. What name do you want to log in as? Bongus. Yes, Bongus as the password. Bongus. Install now. Yay, we're getting a Windows knockoff on my Surface laptop. What a disgrace to Microsoft. Oh, Winbow is pre-installed? OnlyOffice, Chrome, Edge, Copilot. Oh God, and OneDrive. So we literally just put the bloat back into Linux. Hey, let's go. We're fully installed. All right, we'll hit done and there it goes. We are restarting. It says, please remove the installation medium, then press enter. I can do that. We get one Microsoft logo here, right in this corner. It's asking to install Windows 11. All right, let's boot into it. Hey, there we go. There we go. Uh-oh, where's my mouse? Hello? Mouse? Oh God. Aha, there we go. Okay. For some reason, it was trying to make primary one the clone display over to my monitor. We always go dark mode. Let's see how this works. Not that bad. This does actually look really good. It looks just like Windows. Okay, let's open File Manager. Okay, this is very Linux, but we do have the Windows icons and everything. Downloads, documents, desktop. This is not that bad, actually. Yeah, I am genuinely surprised by this. Let's see what the flyouts look like. Pretty good. This does look very Windows. Battery flyout. Okay, these are okay. Display configurations, even the Wi-Fi flyouts, not too bad. Okay, now this, hidden icons, not very Windows, I gotta admit. The calendar, the time settings, not very Windows. They do, wow. They even have the little display the desktop widget over here. They have the annoying weather widget that you have to set your location for. You have to give them information. Okay, so it's just console reskinned. I was kind of hoping we would get like a command prompt looking command prompt, but it's just console. That's a little sad. Winix, Ubuntu, whatever you want to call it, actually not that bad. But let's see about Elementary OS. So we've got our Windows logo. Now we get into this menu. There is no option for Elementary OS. Of course there's not. You know what? I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm just going to put Elementary OS and flash it with Rufus. Okay, so now we have flashed Elementary OS to our drive. We get the Windows logo, which is all great, but nothing about Elementary OS. Fantastic. Okay, so I want to press power and then hold down F3, and I want to see if this gets me into Windows or the Microsoft boot menu. Okay, there we go. Try or install Elementary OS. Let's go, baby. Got a little spinny dude right there. Funny thing is, though, It gives us the Microsoft logo with the spinny thing. That's kind of ironic. Hey, there we go. Yes, English. Okay, this is very, very Apple. Okay, we're gonna do custom install mode. We can't even try this before we install it. Oh God, how do I know which one is my Linux drive? Can I not use that partition? Use this partition. Okay, there we go. Now it says next, because this one doesn't have anything on it. Uh-oh. Installing failed, possibly due to a hardware error. Try installing again. I guess let's format it. Could not install. Hey, there we go. Choose your look. Let's do dark. We always do dark. Night light, housekeeping, online accounts. This looks really good. Recent documents, music, pictures, videos, downloads, trash. This is really good. This one is better than the Ubuntu one, to be honest. The buttons for the Windows are actually on the right side. You got your taskbar up here. The calendar looks good. Flyouts. Ooh, even the flyouts look very Apple. Ooh, gotta admit, Elementary OS, pretty good. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the Finder isn't that great. Let's see what these apps look like. Okay, that's actually not that bad. I would say that that looks like decent iTunes lookalike music player. I forgot to mention the settings. The settings are actually pretty accurate too. I am genuinely surprised. Okay, we do have multiple desktops as well. I don't know if that's an Apple thing or just an Elementary OS thing. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so you do have to connect an account to get your mail here, which I don't know if that requires an Apple account or just any account. Add an account. IMAP. Okay, and you put your email and password. Okay, so I guess you could use an Apple account. So I think it just accepts any email. So it's not super Apple, which I don't think that they would want it to be. It just looks like Apple. That's the point of the whole thing. Let's see what the context menus look like though. Do we have any right-click context menus? We don't. Do I have to? Oh, okay. I have to use 2 fingers. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this video. Please let me know if you enjoyed me taking a look at these different operating systems, and check out all of the links down in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video.